and I want to talk about this Orihime. Now, the new Orihime that's coming out is probably one of the more interesting characters for me personally, just because I don't think she's the best character in Banner. I think she's the best, like, strongest in terms of, like, actually being useful for dealing damage, etc. Even though I do believe that Hanataro is probably the best in Banner just in general, because he's gonna help you actually like farm everything, right? Like this character is gonna be the power droplet drop, and then he also has the Link's Last skill, which I think is really, really cool. I like the way that they kind of made this character, but we're gonna discuss him in a bit. Remember that we got the 1000-Year Blood War actual trailer in BBS. I told y'all when we got the 1000-Year Blood War trailer, the PV trailer, before like in the beginning of July, that it probably means that we're going to be getting 1000-Year Blood War end of the month. Probably going to get 1000-Year Blood War end of the month for this month, so be very careful about summoning on this banner. I do believe that this is a skip banner. Be careful about summoning on the Roka and Sienna individuals as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Now, I do like the fact that this character is the first Soul Reaper robe Orihime ever released. She's been in this game for like obviously since the start, but we've seen her in so many different outfits, so it's really cool to see her finally in the Shikasho show. I honestly, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm not gonna try to repeat that ever again. I actually also like the art style that Caleb has done when it comes to this banner in particular, because it feels like the old style of BBS. I see a lot of people like trashing on this banner, but for me personally, I think that this is a premium pool. I do believe that it's an easy skip, and I also believe that this banner could be pretty good for newer players if you don't already have a roster. I'm not saying summon on it, I'm saying maybe toss in the first step if you get lucky. Cool. If you don't, save for 1000-Year Blood War. Like if you pull a 5-star, dope, that you're done. But yeah, so going into it, she is a damage inflicted at full stamina Link of 30%. The first, I believe, for Mind. I might be wrong. I should probably look, you know, I'm gonna just fact check. I'm gonna just fact check this before I just run my mouth like a moron. Damage inflicted at full stam. I want soul trait. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Boom, boom. We have 25% with the Chad, which is really, really good. Okay, yeah, so first of its kind when it comes to that. I do still believe that Chad is a better Link, unless you're trying to nuke with like 7th anniversary Ichigo for Guild Quest or whatever. Going into her other skills, she also has the Guard Break plus hidden enemy skills +1. That is really interesting to me that they actually have a +1 here. I don't know if this was like made in error or something like that, or if Caleb really plans to do at some point like a Guard Break plus hidden enemies +2. We have seen the change when it comes to Bombardment. A lot of people thought we were going to get Bombardment +2 for Anniversary because they changed Bombardment to Bombardment +1. Just like the way that it was, it's labeled, but I'm guessing they're just trying to future-proof, I suppose. You'll see here that she has a Berserker of 60%, but she also has 0 status elements, which could be a little iffy when it comes to hard content like IT, so I wouldn't be running her there. She also has a Quincy Killer, which is kind of unfortunate. Personally, whenever I see a Quincy Killer, I get kind of let down a bit. I am fine with Quincy Killers, but I feel like Quincy Killers also need to have some other killer in order to actually be able to function properly as a character. Not because I think that it's a necessarily bad killer, but because it's right now underutilized. Like for example, if we talk about a character like Yamamoto, right, we actually have him with Quincy Killer, but he did get 2 killers, so like I do think that this is fine. On top of that, if you have Yamamoto, then you don't really need this Orihime when it comes to something like Guild Quest, because Yamamoto is just, he just claps. She has the revive mechanic on her special move. She has the heal charge 3rd strong attack with her 3rd strong attack, but where she differentiates herself, which I think is really cool, is she has strong attack recharge as a skill, which a lot of characters have if they don't have strong attack recharge and they're an SP based unit as a soul trait. But she also has the strong attack recharge the strong attack recharge 6% when she's at full stam, and she also has damage inflicted at full stam +20%. So this character is going to be hitting incredibly hard because this character will have a built-in at T15. She's going to have a built-in plus damage inflicted at full stam 75% before links. All right, that's nutty. Like that's actually genuinely really, really, really nutty, and I think it's really cool. So if you like her kit, I think that she's going to be hella fun to play with. But keep in mind, she doesn't have Havoc 20%. She has Healer plus 30%, which is pretty cool, so her 3rd strong attack is going to heal a bit more than normal. You can charge it so that you can heal for 40%, which goes up to, I believe, 52%. I'll check that. I'll fact check that in a second. So normally you'll heal for 20% times 1.3 for healer. And then so she's going to be healing for 52 for more than half your HP if you charge that third strong attack, and it's going to be the same strong attack as Safui Retsu, which is a an AoE distant, like AoE distant circular blast, right? I personally like it. I do think that it's pretty cool. Going into her first strong attack, she does have a 30% magnification for strong attack. This is going to be the same as Azashiro. Even though it does say range collision on it, I don't really think that this functions as well as a 40% magnification range collision attack. If you're familiar with characters like Bruno and Nini, the Tech Nini, for example, like these characters have 40% magnification. It'll literally drag the enemy across the map. This one's not going to drag as far, and it also isn't going to hit as hard, which I really do think it's unfortunate. But like when we talk about her damage calculations, I think that she's still really good, which I'll get into the damage calculations after because I think she's worth discussing. Strong attack 2 is going to be a 2500 length beam, and then we already talked about her third strong attack. Don't mind this, the 20.3%. That's just a mix-up. It's actually a 26% heal. Okay. All right. So let's talk damage calculations real quick. Can I bring out a notepad? If I want to talk about this Orihime, right? Let's just say base damage of 100. Strip all the fluff. Let's just talk about her as a character. Let's assume that she's built up. Let's say we're using the Chad link. Let's say that we're using the full stamina damage boost, 32% links, full stamina damage boost. Let's assume that we're using the SAR 12 full stamina damage boost 16 links, because we do have like Mind Zangetsu as well as Retsu, so that way we have some strong attack recharge in there with a lot of strong attack recharge. So we have 16, 16, 25, 32 plus 25, 57. So we're gonna have 57%, SAR 36%. Right, I think this is going to be relevant, and you'll see why. And then we'll have full stamina damage boost 57%, plus her innate 50% damage inflicted at full stam, plus 25%, so plus 75% full stamina damage boost. I love it. I think it's really, really cool. So 132% full stamina damage boost total on this character, and like, do you have to keep her full stam up? Yeah, sure. But like, even though she doesn't have any status elements, I do like this, right? And then we also have the Berserker of 60%. We're not going to be running any Berserker links, so we're going to do Berserker of 60% as well as Frenzy plus 1. Now, who is probably one of the hardest hitting units? Hardest hitting units in the game? With Frenzy plus 1. I don't want to use Uryu. You know what? Let's use Uryu, because Uryu is stupid, right? Frenzy plus 1, Berserker 60%, 20% strong attack damage, Berserker plus 100% when the gauge is full. Let's do Uryu, because I think Uryu is probably the most broken unit in terms of just, oh, here's your damage. Yamamoto pretty broken too, but like, we're gonna be comparing her with a character with Frenzy plus 2, which is more consistent damage. Like Yamamoto, don't get me wrong, he's OP, he's busted, but he has really inconsistent damage because you're relying on that status element pressure boost plus 80%. You're relying on the enemies to be burned and weakened or whatever, right? Okay, so then we have this character Uryu. So Uryu is going to be 12% strong attack recharge with the gauge. So he's going to get an extra 32%. She gets 18%, right? Plus 18%. My brain is not functioning, so 32 plus 18, 54%. So she's going to give SAR for 54%, which is really good. So her strong attacks are going to be coming back relatively quickly. He's going to have 48% strong attack recharge, plus his gauge SAR, and that's going to come out occasionally. His full stamina damage boost, he doesn't have full stamina damage boost built into him, so he's only going to get the 16, 25, he's only going to get this, so 32 plus 25, 57. And that's going to be from links, plus what we're going to give him, so 57 plus 25, 57, so 82% full stamina damage boost. So you'll already see here that we also have like, I want to make sure that I get this right. 16, 32, 32 plus 50. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that's right. But he also has Frenzy +2. He has Berserker 20%, and then he also has sad. Like, he's so stupid, bro. I still think this character is so dumb. 20% on top of everything. So let's just say the base damage is 100. So let's calculate Orihime first. Now she is going to get access to the strong attack recharge 54%. So she'll be popping out her strong attacks a bit faster than Uryu, but when he gets his gauge, that he's gonna outpace her in my opinion. So full stamina damage boost times that should be 2.32 plus 132% damage plus 1.6 for the Berserker plus times 2, so total of 700. So Orihime 742.4. Uryu, I'm not gonna calculate the damage after his Berserker plus 100% because let's be real here, the Uryu is mad dumb, right? So 100 times 1.82, 82% full stamina damage boost, right? Times 1.2 for the Berserker times times 3 for the Frenzy +2, and then multiply the 1.2 for his strong attack damage that gets calculated in after everything. So you'll see here that Orihime kind of keeps pace with his damage. Keep in mind he has Havoc. I'm not saying that she's as good as him, okay? I'm just saying in terms of the damage output that she puts out, it's not bad damage. So even though the first strong attack is pretty mid, at least she's keeping pace with one of the strongest characters in the entire game. Now, I do still think that Lisa is better, just overall, just because Lisa, even though she does have the same killer and whatnot, Lisa also has access to Havoc, she has the Disabler, so I do like Lisa a bit more. But I'm just saying, I see a lot of people calling this banner garbage, and this is a premium pool mid-month banner with no Havoc. I do think that this character is actually pretty damn good. You have guard break and hit hidden enemies also built into this character, so you don't really need a Zeta Ball as well. I don't really know if Quincy enemies even have underground enemies. Maybe they do, and I'm just not paying attention too much. But yeah, I did want to talk about this Orihime because I really do think that this character is pretty damn. I think she's pretty damn cool, and I don't think that she has too much competition when it comes to mind characters, because your real competition is just like 7th Anniversary Ichigo, Mind Lisa, Daddy Ichigo, Spirits Are Forever With You, Beyond Bankai Shinji, Toshiro. Okay, there's a lot of good mind characters, but like I'm just saying, I do genuinely think that this character is pretty dope. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Just grind, I'll catch up, stay blessed, like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. You have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.